Today I'm going to be ranking black metal album covers. Thank you to everyone who sent me albums. So in today's video there's only going to be around 50 to 60 album covers, so maybe your favourite album cover might not be in this list, but you're always welcome to comment your favourite album covers or your favourite album arts below. Alright, let's start. Emperor's Anthems. It's tough because it's fantastic, the art is lovely, I think it's great. I don't like the yellowness. It's like the era of gaming where everything was like yellow or brown, like that Resident Evil 5 kind of look, and it's just a bit like, B tier. 1349's Hellfire, the best band ever. Okay, so this is the reissue. I much prefer the original artwork for Hellfire because this one just reminds me of True Ogre. Remember the final boss in Tekken 3? So for the first time, unfortunately, 1349 is getting C tier. Belphegor's Lucifer Incestus. Come on guys, it's just stupid. D tier. Man, this Bathory release is just iconic. It's so simple, it's so pure. A tier. The Forsaken by Ancestor. I think overall the artwork for this is really cool. There's something really annoying about that kid being there. B tier. Massive Cauldron of Chaos by 1349. I really like this. A tier. Puritanical Euphoric Misanthropia. This is the original artwork that's censored. I like the reissue artwork a lot more. You can tell it's like that early 2000s style of computer graphics with that lady there. It's definitely striking, but it's not a good album cover. C tier. Blut aus Nord's Odinist. Now this is really cool because you've got your eyes focused on the eye. The eye is the focal point, and everything about this artwork is directing your eye straight into the center. It's really striking. B tier. In the Nightside Eclipse. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? A tier. Oh god, this is really bad. This is like someone's dad going through a midlife crisis and hitting the gym too much, and they're not accustomed to social media, so they're posting really weird stuff, but then this just happens to be a heavy metal album. This is awful. D tier. Sacramentum's Far Away from the Sun. An album where the artwork is better than the music. B tier. This is a band called Zavod. I've got no idea how to pronounce this album name, but the artwork is terrible. D tier. Dark Funerals in the Sign. Is it just me, or is the Baphomet just not that interesting as a forefront of an album or any art? C tier. Ragnarok's Backdoor Miracle. It's just a stupid album cover. D tier. The Somber Lane by Dissection. It's a little bit King Diamond worship, isn't it? It's a nice artwork though. B tier. Sacred Sun. I remember when this album came out and the storm that it caused was insane. But looking at it now, it's not that bad. B tier. Det Sommen Gangvar. I think this is Burzum's best artwork. And I think it's also meant to be the Black Gate of Mordor as well. B tier. So I'm gonna categorize every single Grand Belial's Key album into one, because all of their albums feature old-time art with badly drawn corpse paint and inverted crosses on some of the faces. Now, remember when you were a kid, like 15, 16, or maybe you might be that age now, and you've just kind of gotten into black metal, and you just feel like drawing corpse paint on anything that you come across, whether it be like school, workbooks, or newspapers, or just anything. It's like they haven't grown out of that, and these are meant to be grown men, and it just is so ridiculous and it's so silly. D tier. Now it's something good. De Mysteriis Dom Satanas. Maybe one of the best black metal artworks out there. It's just perfect. A tier. The Poisonous Path. I think this is a very, very good album cover. It's dark, it's moody, it's brooding. It's got that ritual feel that Behexen kind of utilize in their music. B tier. Botanist always have kind of cool album covers, but this is the best one. B tier. Ad Majorum. This is the best Gorgoroth album, and the original Dante and Virgil art is cooler than the Gorgoroth version. But this Dante and Virgil is way cooler than both of those. But Gorgoroth will get C tier. The Grand Declaration of War reissue. This is perfect. It's perfect. A tier. Transylvanian Hunger. I think this is a good album cover, but it's not Dark Throne's best. B tier. I've got no idea how to pronounce this band's name. Is it Scarfe? I think the artwork is cool, but I don't like it very much. I think it's too pretty in some places and too kind of weird in the other places, like the old man tree beard looking things in the middle just look a bit gross, and I don't really like the look of it. And I'm not really sure what it's trying to share or explain. Like, is it a terror void where things don't make sense? I don't know. C tier. Ordo ad Chaos, one of my favourite Mayhem albums, but not favourite artwork by any means. I don't hate it, it's just not very interesting. C tier. First Spell by Gehenna. It's fantastic, isn't it? It's just so pure, so simple, and it's got a Lord of the Rings vibe to it. Remember when, in the first movie, when Gandalf had to leave Frodo and Sam to continue on the journey without him? Just reminds me of that. B tier. Storm of the Lightsbane, another album where the artwork is better than the music. B tier. Gorgoroth's Instinctus Bestialis. It's fine, I guess. Nothing too interesting. C tier. Hive Mind Narcosis by Thanti Faxath. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't really like this. I think these gnome-looking dudes that are flying just look a bit embarrassing, really, and the geezer underneath with the cloak. I don't know, I just don't get it. C tier. The Feral Wisdom by Wormlust. I think if they made this artwork a bit more of an optical illusion, it would be even more insane. Like, this is really cool, but imagine if it twisted your eyes and the picture was moving whilst you were looking at it. It would be, I think, a lot more striking and a lot more interesting. But this is cool. B tier. Vorga, Striving Toward Oblivion. This is amazing. Now, imagine this picture supersized on a wall somewhere. It would be absolutely epic. A tier. This Beelzebub's artwork is cool, but I think a bit too cartoony for my taste. C tier. This is stupid. It's Hatred for Mankind by Dragged Into Sunlight. D tier. Yeah man, Liberation by 1349. Simple, pure, one of the best albums ever. A tier. Guys will take one look at this and just go, hell yeah. A tier. This is by a band called Lictonon. It's not very good, is it? D tier. This is sick. A tier. This is terrible. D tier. This is also sick. But I'm struggling to put it in B or A tier because I kind of want a bit more colours and things going on. B tier. Da-da-da-dun, 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 da-da-da-dun. C tier. Acathexis. This is a really amazing piece of art. Is that first skull a child or an old man? That's the question, because if it's a child, that's pretty twisted, but kids in artwork just is super weird. But if it's like a decaying old man, then it's kind of epic. I'm going to put this in B tier. Das Tor, Paysage d'Hiver. This is wicked, because not only does it play to perspectives, it also gets you thinking, is that a doorway in the back? Is that a cloaked figure? What is it? Is it a gateway to another realm? It's cool. B tier. Man, this is so 90s, early 2000s, when people just discovered Photoshop and fading images together. I mean, oh man, it's not very good, is it? D tier. Titan Blood's Death. I think if the artwork was a little bit clearer, it would be better. But there's a kind of charm with the murkiness. B tier. Hostile Architecture by Ashenspire kind of falls into that same category where it's kind of cool but just a bit messy. C tier. Pure Holocaust, not as good as Battles in the North. B tier. Battles in the North, not as good as At the Heart of Winter. B tier. At the Heart of Winter, fantastic. A tier. Dark Space 4 reissue. Dark Space are just pure style. It's great. A tier. This is An Arrow to the Sun by Lunar Tombfields. I think this is really great. I think it could do with a bit more going on. Seems like there's a lot of blank space, but still really damn cool. B tier. Exterminants by Ritual Killer. It's pretty cool. B tier. So technically this is not an album, it's the artwork for 1349's single Ash of Ages, and it's fantastic. Probably one of the best pieces of art that 1349 have ever used. A tier. Can't pronounce this album's name, but the artwork is better than the music. B tier. White Ward have quite a good musical sound, but the artwork is always just C tier. War Metal is insane. Like, you've got really talented artists who put a lot of effort into their work just to make these abominations. C tier. This is quite cool. It's Mirror in Darkness by Serpent Column. It's very eerie and depressing in a way. I think it's cool. B tier. This is so 90s. It's Welcome to My Last Chapter by Vinterland. I don't really like this artwork. I don't think it's very interesting. C tier. You know, I think this Mork album art could be cooler if they just focused on that figure in the background. B tier. This is a band called Mamalik and it's a tree. D tier. Is it just me that thinks of the Ents in Lord of the Rings 2 when they're having their big meeting? B tier. This album by Falaise is called A Place I Don't Belong To. Now, I think the interpretations of the album art will spark a bit more of an interesting discussion than the actual art itself. But the actual art itself is kind of cool. B tier. You know what? I don't care anymore. This is going in A tier. Jesus Christ, this is bad. D tier. And to finish off, we have Abvulabashi. And this is the most war metal of war metal album covers I've ever seen. I don't even know what to rate this. Is it genius? Is it terrible? But let's go with B tier. Well, thanks for watching everyone. Please stay tuned for the next video.